Multiplying with decimals. So this is my small little lesson to see how to multiply with decimals using counters. So let's begin. So let's get an example. -3 multiplied by +6. So normally what I would do would be take the signs, multiply them, and I know that negative and positive equals negative. So after that, I would multiply the two numbers. 3 multiplied by 6 equals 18. And then take this sign, move it here, take the number, move it here, end up with -18. But we want to use counters and understand exactly why we're doing this. So let's go back to our original example. -3 multiplied by +6. So when you're thinking about this rule, I use these three areas. This first sign, the number, and the multiplication sign. So the first sign, when we're using this rule, we think about as the first sign as subtract. We think of the second number as the second number, so subtract 3. And when we look at the multiplication sign, we think of groups of. So groups of. So when you put it all together, you're saying subtract 3 groups of +6. Or if it was +3 multiplied by +6, you'd be saying add 3 groups of +6. So we need to subtract 3 groups of +6, but where are we getting those 3 groups of +6? We're going to have to make those as 0 pairs. So 3 groups of +6. One group of, +6. 2 groups of +6. And 3 groups of +6. But we brought in +6s, so now we need -6s to make up a 0 pair. So 1 group of -6, 2 groups of -6, and 3 groups of -6. So now when we go back to our original problem or equation, we said subtract 3 groups of +6. So where is the +6? The +6 is right here. So we have to subtract those or take those away. So we took away 1 group of +6, we subtracted 2 groups of +6, now we subtract 3 groups of +6. And now we're left with a group or 3 groups of +6, which also you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're left with 18 negatives, or -18. And if you go back to the beginning of our lesson, when we did the example with our multiplying the signs, we also ended up with -18. So that's how we use this rule. Now let's just go through a few more examples just to remember everything. Let's go with -2 multiplied by -8. So as I said, I would usually start off with multiplying the two signs. I know that my negative and negative equals positive, so I'd put that aside and multiply 2 and 8, which I know will make 16. So I take this, move it here, take my positive sign, move it here, and go with -18. Now let's use our counters and our rule. Let's start off again. -2 multiplied by -8. So we are going to subtract 2 groups of -8. So to subtract 2 groups of -8, we need to make 2 groups of -8. Let's make 2 groups of -8. Negative, I'm pretty sure I used red. So this is 1 group of -8 and 2 groups of -8. But since we brought in those -8s, we are using 0 pairs, so we need to bring in 2 groups of +8s. 1 group of +8 and another group of +8. So if you go back to the question, remember we said subtract 2 groups of -8. And since our negatives are right here, we're going to subtract them. So subtract 1 group of -8, subtract 2 groups of -8. And now we're left with 2 groups of positive 8. Or in another way, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 positives, or positive 16. And again, if you go back to our first example, or our example before when I multiplied the signs, our answer was positive 16. And that's how you use my rule, or this rule. That will work with any multiplication problem using integers, whole integers. Bye.